The first moment of a great journey is not the takeoff, but the instant the airport doors open and everything already seems arranged in your favor. A driver is waiting where he promised. The hotel room matches the one in your mind. No one is inventing extra fees at the desk. You breathe out, and the trip begins with trust instead of tension. Elena had spent too many nights chasing perfection through booking sites, opening tab after tab until the screen looked like a map of lost decisions. Photos lied with soft lighting. Reviews praised places that had clearly changed hands. A transfer company with a polished logo once left her family standing beneath rain at midnight. After that, she stopped believing that convenience could be found by scrolling alone. When she arrived in Lisbon for a long-planned anniversary trip, she carried that old fatigue with her like another suitcase. Her first instinct was to check the reservation again and again. But this time, a travel specialist named Mara was already ahead of her, speaking quietly through the phone as if the city itself were listening. "We have your waterfront suite confirmed," Mara said. "Not a category close to it, the exact one." Elena almost laughed. It sounded too neat, too rare. Mara had not guessed, she had asked. Before booking, she had learned how Elena liked to travel, what pace felt restful, which meals mattered, and which details only created noise. Then she had filtered the options, verified the rooms, checked the drivers, and removed everything uncertain. What remained was not a pile of choices, but a narrow lane of real possibilities. At the hotel, the desk clerk smiled and handed over keys without a pause. No correction was needed, no apology followed. Outside, the river was exactly where the brochure had promised, silver under the late afternoon light. Even the silence in the room felt deliberate. The next morning brought the first test. Their river cruise was delayed, and Elena expected the usual scramble, the calls, the blame, the small humiliations of travel. Instead, Mara had already adjusted the schedule, warned the restaurant, and secured a later driver. The problem never grew large enough to touch the trip. A week later, on a different route, another traveler would have stood helpless at an airport in Marrakesh with no transfer and no answers. Elena learned this from a couple at dinner who had once traveled alone the hard way. They described the panic, the heat, the dark curb outside arrivals, the relief of finally being rescued by a backup driver sent by someone who actually knew the local network. Their story sounded less like a warning than a lesson in what care can prevent. By the end of her journey, Elena understood that luxury was not marble lobbies or ocean views from the right angle.